So Regina Daniels don't finally scatter the table for this matter between her, Ned, and her family. With the thing she just posted now for Facebook, she has made some crazy revelations. She said Ned na him say make she dey do drugs. Say because Ned say him dey like when she dey high. Say she dey more sexy like that, and it dey make him dey desire her more. I make him say make she dey do drugs. Say na Ned encourage her. Na Ned push her make she dey do drugs. And he also say Ned dey do forceful entry on her. Even when she no gree, say Ned go lock am for inside room, do forceful entry on her. Ned even carry doctors, bring doctors. They go give her injections wey dem do for bipolar, wey dem suppose give bipolar patients. Now, in case you don't know, bipolar na one mental illness like that. Say Ned go bring doctor, make doctor inject her with that drug. Say Ned dey like when she dey high, when she dey kind of crazy. She says so many things. Ma read everything she write. Ma read everything she write for now. She say, Ned, how could you lie so openly and without even small remorse? You know my family has absolutely nothing to do with this. You have always tried to cut them off because of the bond we share, and now you are trying to make them look bad for no reason. Fine, I did drugs. She don't finally admit, say she do drugs, say she did do drugs. So what? Is that even the issue between us? The moment we had a fight, you rushed to the public shouting, drugs, 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 because you know it will make a perfect story for the media, something dramatic enough to distract everyone from the real issue. And what is the real issue? You want to find a reason to arrest everyone around me so that I will have no one left beside me, no friend, no support, no safe place to turn to. Then when I am completely isolated and broken, I will be forced to come back to you because I will have nowhere else to go. So Regina is saying that Ned is completely trying to destabilize her, to isolate her, break her emotionally, isolate her from her friends and her loved ones, so he can have her all to himself. That has always been your strategy. Break people down, make them weak and powerless, and then have your way with them. Wow. But guess what? It's not going to work this time. Not anymore. You say you want me to go for rehab, but you are the same Ned who always wanted me high. Because in your words, I am sexier when I am high. You like me that way. You liked me that way because it made me wild and romantic, exactly how you wanted me to be. Why don't you also tell them how you do forceful entry on me whenever I say no? Why don't you tell them how you lock me up, seize my phones, and suddenly declare me mentally unstable the moment I say no? The moment I say I no longer want to be in this relationship. But once I change my mind just to get out of that locked room, suddenly I am fine. I am no longer mentally unstable and apparently not in need of rehab anymore. Why don't you also tell them that all your wives and ex-wives are on drugs? Wow. And can you be kind enough to explain to them why that is? Why don't you also tell them how you lock me up and doctors to inject me, and how doctors inject me with drugs meant for people with bipolar disorder? Okay, wow. Why don't you tell them how you take my phones for weeks just because you hate that I talk to my family a lot? You have never seen me act incoherent, stumble, or lose control. So just stop. Every problem you have had started when I no longer wanted you, whether sober or even high. Stop using the drugs narrative to create distractions. Tell people the truth. I understand, Sha. You are feeling rejected and hurt, and you are struggling to make peace with the fact that it is all over. Let me make this very clear. No matter how much you think you spent on me, it can never be equal to the value of time I give you, my prime years, my energy, and the career opportunities I sacrificed while being with you. And for the record, I would have filed for divorce long ago if there was ever a legal marriage between us. We were never married in any court of law, and no documents were signed. Leave me alone. Marriage is not by force. Love is not by force. Stop trying to control what no longer belongs to you. Wow. Now you all can see that she is doing drugs, but according to Regina, her being high is Ned's fantasy. It is Ned It is Ned who wants her to be doing drugs because Ned say she dey sexier when she dey on drugs, when she dey high. See that thing they really put am in the mood. They really put am in the mood when she dey high, so that make she dey do drugs. Then Ned, now they motivate her. Now they encourage her to dey do drugs. That she say she dey do drugs to please Ned. That is what she said in that post. She said no, they also do forceful entry on her. She said a lot of things in that post. Say Ned dey lock am inside her. They give am drugs wey dem do for mad people, for bipolar patients. Ned go call doctor, doctor go give am that drug for him house. Say Ned dey do very, very crazy things to her. And you have to admit that there might be some truth to that. For Regina brothers to react the way they react. Whenever I ever talk about that one, they think it could trigger them to react that way. Nobody don't talk about that one. Because yes, like Ned said, he has done a lot for these guys financially. Don't help them, help the family well. So why the family go come they react like this? If something never happened to their sister, if they never see waiting Ned don't do their sister when you're not supposed to, they must have seen it. So Ned saying that Regina's mother said something that triggers something in him. The revelation where Regina just make for Facebook, that post, shows that yes, Ned too don't do some things where they trigger Regina family members to react the way they react. They don't trigger some negative things in them. And hence the reason why this crisis can't erupt like this. Why things just they go from bad to worse every day between these people. A lot has been happening between them, obviously. A lot that is not supposed to happen. That shouldn't happen, that shouldn't be happening, has been happening. But from both sides. This one go doing, this one go doing, this one go doing, this one go doing. Well, that is why the family, Ned, Regina, they feel like Ned just they use this arrest of his brothers to take oppress him. Because Ned too, they doing own, Ned don't they doing own sins. Yes, now only her family members, now in the bar, now in the behind bars, now in the jail. Because she no gather evidence. And she never come out and talk. Well, now she don't finally come out and talk. And I guess the reason why she no come out and talk was because now something we're going to implicate her. Admitting that she is doing drugs is not going to help her case in court if they mental custody battle for her children. But finally, she don't admit them. Because she knows all this why if she tell the truth, now something will go implicate her too. It no go well for her, it no go help her case. That is why she no agree, but now she don't talk her. Now let's hope she can get justice, but she go need serious help. Because the level of connection and money that man gets, she really needs serious help. She needs help for herself. She needs to go to that rehab. Maybe she just take advantage. If the man still insist, maybe she go that rehab. That one ain't go. Now the first thing we go really help her. Now she's coming out to tell us that Ned has not been telling her to go to rehab, that Ned is lying. Because if now Ned is saying they dey high, saying they like you when you dey high, they put them in the mood. Say when you dey high, they really put them in the mood. Now you want make the day high. Then definitely it can't be the same person telling you to go to rehab. You are indirectly telling us that Ned is lying about you, asking you to go to rehab. You are indirectly telling us that. So what really is going on here? Now Ned they push you to do drugs. Now they motivate you to do drugs. You do drugs to please them, or they do drugs for other reasons, and now they say make you go rehab because the two of them no feel rhyme. He no feel tell you make you do drugs, and can't they even give you injection for bipolar patients. They force himself on you. They do so many negative things. We go on they push you to do drugs, and at the end of the day, can't they force you make you go rehab? You know rhyme. It doesn't rhyme. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make any sense. So somebody is not telling us the truth. Either you or him. Somebody is lying here. But only time now you go reveal the truth of waiting they happen, of waiting really they go on between the two of you now. Time will definitely tell. So you can see Regina's points that she has been making, that she wants out of the relationship, but Ned doesn't want to let go, which is why he's arresting everybody in her family and doing all sorts of things. But the family members of Regina have not been helping matters. Okay, you know that this man wants to keep you in this relationship by all means. Instead of strategically planning your way out, instead of doing things that will make you not to have any reason to want to hold any of your family members down. You guys went about doing things, man, because if not be so na going house, your brothers going house who scatter in properties. Waiting for you to hold them down now. This is what I've been saying. He wants to keep you by all means, he wants to keep you caged. He doesn't want to let you go. You have money. You have the means. Why haven't you traveled out of this country? Why did you buy a house? So yeah, I don't even know about that house, but I'm sure it's in the same state as he. Why haven't you disappeared from this country? Don't you have international passport? Are you on flight restriction? If you had wanted to leave all this while, you would have left a long time ago. You'd have sat down with your siblings and you guys would plan how to leave. You didn't do that. You were doing things that make it look as if you just wanted to have your way with him. You wanted him to do something that he doesn't want to do. You made him look like the good guy. If you're having all these issues with him, you should have left a long time ago. Like I said, one of his wife once had issues with him and she left. Ned was even the one that went to go and beg her. There was no much drama about it. Why don't you leave? Why your siblings go in house, go to scatter things? Go to even mama person join on top. When I even go to design person join on top. Now you don't use that one hold on for police station because according to the law, he has every right to hold you guys. Based on what your people have done to him and his properties. Whether you even replace them or not, it's not just about the money. The crime has already been committed. So now just make him look like the good guy all along. If he has been doing some things that he's not supposed to do, why not get evidence? Take him to the police. Try to get justice under the law. Because that is what he is doing now. Now go try to get justice with our own way. Try to deal with him personally. You can imagine somebody that has that kind of power, money and connection. You guys wanted to deal with him. He did something to you guys. Instead of to gather strong evidence and try to deal with him with the law, you go to follow. You go to try to deal with him personally, and now you don't use that thing when a drum. Carry and go police. Gather evidence. Take on the fight to now.